So welcome to SeniorFlix. So this afternoon we have a really interesting guest. Her name is Jacqueline Morris. And so without further ado, we'll talk to Jacqueline and find out a little bit about her story. So Jacqueline, it's good to see you.
Nice.
And so tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us where did you grow up? Where were you born?
I was born in Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. I was born with spinal meningitis. My mom and dad were very supportive, actually.
Yeah.
My grandfather and my aunts. And when I was born, my mom was pregnant with two twins, twin girls
two babies,
and
yeah.
a boy.
Yeah.
So she gave birth to them, and it was like she was taking care of three babies at once.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I wasn't able to walk or do anything.
Okay.
When I was 15 months old, that's when there was an outbreak of spinal meningitis.
Oh, I see.
So there was about 6 of us, and I was the most lucky. I was the most able body.
Yeah, yes.
Because some of them came out with big heads and curled up in a ball.
Really, yes.
Some of them had no legs.
Yeah, yes.
No arms.
Really, yes.
So my mom, I'm very grateful, especially to my mom.
Yes.
Because she, even though I was born like that, they tried to tell her to put me in a home, and she was very adamant. She said, "This is my child, and nobody is going to tell her how to raise me."
Yes.
So she used to tell the story about when she got the prom, and she used to carry the other two in the prom and me in her arms and going on the bus. And you should say, I am very blessed, because without my parents, I wouldn't have a life.
Yeah. Your mother's must be a wonderful lady.
She is.
Incredible. Yeah. Yeah.
She is.
Does your mother have a beautiful smile like you?
Yes, she does.
Does she?
Yeah.
I can imagine. Yeah.
And my dad was a cop.
Oh, was he?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, my Mom went through a lot to give birth to me
Yes.
because
Yeah.
she was stung by a bee. She had pneumonia. She was robbed, knocked down,
Really.
and throughout that process, she still gave birth to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And I would say we had the most happiest life in Jamaica,
Wonderful.
even though it was violence
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we still had a childhood that
Yeah.
most people wouldn't have.
Yeah.
We had a TV, and I remember the neighbors used to come over
Yes.
and watch television with us.
Yeah.
Because in that neighborhood, the neighborhood wasn't that, I would say, wasn't that richly.
Right. It was a fairly poor.
Yeah.
A fairly poor
Yeah.
neighborhood. Yeah.
And, my family used to bring out the television so that the neighbors could come
Really. Yes.
and watch TV with
Yeah.
us.
And your father was what? Your father was a policeman, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And he used to come home every day and bathe us, wash us, and just jump in with my mom.
Yeah.
With my mom,
Yeah.
even though he had a long day.
Yes. Yes.
And I remember my family telling me that when I was 7, because I used to crawl on my behind,
Yes. Yeah.
and I couldn't walk up until when I was 7. So
Okay.
at the age of 7, I got up and walked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my mom, my dad, he realized that the country wasn't all that great for us. So he prepared to come to Canada.
Okay.
I think he came in 1969
Yes.
or somewhere around
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
And then my mom came 3 years.
So your dad came first and sort of got established here. So what work did your father do here then?
Well, the thing about it is, before my mom came here, we were boarded
Yes.
at a Christian boarding school.
Okay. Yes.
We stayed there until I was 11,
Yes.
and my siblings were 9. There were 4 of us.
Yes. So you learned to walk when you were 7.
Yeah.
So how did the school help with that then?
No, where we used to live had a big porch
Yes.
where you can put a car
Yes.
in, and my dad came home one day and I took the chair and I walked towards him, and that's how I got up to walk.
Good gracious. Yeah. And you were 7 years old then?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
And one of the things was they told my parents that I wouldn't live to be 7.
Yeah.
I wouldn't live to be 12.
Yeah.
And they keep on going up and up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I just had my 59th birthday
Birthday, yeah. Yeah.
in June.
Really wonderful. So you came to Canada. How old were you when you came then?
11.
11, yeah. So you went to school here in Toronto?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they had me as being slow. I used to go from school to school. So that's about 7 to 8 school before I hit high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then to high school, I learned how to sew, cook, and, do the typing, when typing,
Okay. Yes.
and all of those.
Yeah. Yeah. So what did you do when you left school then?
When I left school, I did, my best friend got me a job working as at McDonald's, and I worked to the drive-through.
Yes. Yeah.
That was in 1980,
Yes.
83. And from there, I went to, for upgrading, I went to Maplewood.
Yes.
Then I did a course in Cedar Break Collegiate.
Okay.
So I did a little bit of college.
Yes. Yeah. So so if somebody asked you how has Canada treated you, what would you say?
I would say Canada has been the best
Really?
for all of us.
Really? Yes.
Yeah, because when we started to go to church, we were there for 40-something years.
Really?
I joined the choir.
Yeah.
I was the first disabled person to join the choir.
Yeah, yeah.
So they dubbed me as the miracle.
Really. So do you still enjoy singing?
I do.
Do you have a favorite song?
Mm, as the deer pants before the waters.
Okay. Okay, yes, okay. Well, that's very good. Well, you know, Jackie, it's a great story that you have, and it must a wonderful family that you come from. And you know, when I first saw you today, I wondered where you got that beautiful smile from. So you probably got that from your mom and dad. Yeah,
Yeah, and my sibling.
yeah,
All through all my years, I was, because I have sickle cells,
yeah, yes,
sickle cells.
yes, yes,
So all throughout my life, I used to have chronic pain,
yeah,
pains in my knees.
yes, yeah,
With sickle cells, it it affects your joint.
yeah,
Then in 1998,
yeah,
I got septicemia
yes,
and almost died.
yes,
Then I came.
yeah,
I I would say that God has put me to a lot to
yeah,
just to get
yeah,
what He wanted me to do, and that was to join the choir.
yes, yeah,
And I did the choir for over 20 years.
really, yes, yeah. Well, I think, Jackie, I think when we get to heaven, the Bible says we'll have a new body. We won't have any aches and pains. We won't have any spinal meningitis. It'll be just wonderful. Well,
Yeah.
Jackie, it's been a real inspiration to me to hear your story. So God bless you. It's been really a good little chat that we've had. So here we are on behalf of SeniorFlix. We'll say goodbye for now, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time. Thanks so much, Jackie.
Thank you.
That's been good.
Picture of your childhood?
Yeah,
My picture? Which one is you?
this one
This one, okay.
is me. That one is my older brother. And these two are the twins.
Singing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That was before the choir, but you were singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think
Do you have one with your mom and your dad?
my dad, my mom, and that's me.
Yeah.
My dad died in 2004. So these photos are very special in a lot of ways. 'Cause it's got my family, plus my friends.